John Coleman here. Can you believe it? It's the start of October. I'm expecting to be hearing ads for Christmas any day soon. Now, as it stands, my 4-year-old godson has already told me what he wants and then has told me he loved me in the same breath. So he's a bit of a smart kid and he'll definitely be getting it. So I'm going to start with some good news for a start. For first time buyers, the Help to Buy scheme has been extended for the next 2 years, which is good news. It kind of goes against the advice that the government were getting. The advice they were getting was that it should be changed and altered to make it more efficient. But politicians do what politicians do, and they pick the path of least resistance and have basically extended the Help to Buy scheme for the next 2 years. So that actually is good news. So hopefully that will help a number of the first-time buyers make within the next 2 years be able to help them get the home and save the deposit that they're going to need. Okay. As for the property market itself, well, the level of houses, according to a DAF report, has gone up. It's gone from 13,000 last year up to 16,000 this year, which is a big increase. Now, it's still less than the levels of houses that were for sale pre-COVID, but it's moving in the right direction. And obviously, with the interest rates going up and the supply of properties going up, that should reduce the actual price increases. Talking about of interest rates, as of yet, the pillar banks, that is Permanent TSB, Bank of Ireland, AIB, they haven't increased the rates, even though the central bank, the European Central Bank, has, and with another rate increase signalled in the very near future. It really isn't. It's only a matter of when, not if, those banks will increase their rates. So people need to start factoring in what their repayments are likely to be with higher rates, and ultimately work out what they'd be prepared to borrow based on that. The difference between what people are paying on rent and what their mortgage repayment is it's still there, but it's getting narrower and narrower in most cases. So this is something people definitely need to be factoring in. Back to my old chestnut, bank services. Well, unfortunately, it hasn't got any better. We're still waiting on potentially sometimes 6 to 8 weeks to get a formal approval. Now, in fairness to the bank, they are dealing with unprecedented demand for first-time buyers, number of people looking to switch because of the rates, and on top of that, they're still the resources are having to be allocated towards setting up new accounts for Ulster Bank and KBCs who are leaving the market. So that is a kind of a combination that is resulting in their service being less than adequate, in my opinion. That being said, I know some of the banks are sanctioning over time, so hopefully this will improve. So to finish on a more upbeat note, I am expecting by maybe early November that the exceptions will be back on the table. So start preparing for that if that's something you feel you're going to need. And in the meantime, have a great October. And if you have any questions, just drop me an email. Thank you for listening. All the best for now.